You know what you did, Shane.
Oh!
Sharkasia!
Oh my God! Sharkasia!
You know what you did, Shane.
Oh!
Sharkasia!
Oh my God! Sharkasia!
Welcome back to the Breakdown Podcast. I am Jonas and my co-host.
Parker.
This week we'll be talking about Raw, NXT from the past week, as well as Dynamite Title Tuesday, Smackdown, and Wrestle Dream. We're going to start off with the predictions for Wrestle Dream, because it's the most obvious of what happened. So if you look above my face, my beautiful, wonderful, amazing, cool face, I have this championship. And Parker, where did it go from you? I thought it
I
was
just
over
want to
there
say we
last
had to
week.
add some extra. We had to add some extra buttons because the normal one wouldn't fit around his waist.
Okay.
I totally forgot about Champions Advantage. So if we were to tie, if we all had the same predictions, I totally forgot that I would retain.
Mm-hmm.
So just so it wouldn't be a tie, I guess Chris Jericho. I did think Mark Briscoe was gonna win,
I
but
was praying to God that entire match.
I was gonna cry.
I was like,
Um,
Parker's only gonna be happy for the 2 minutes that he realizes he retained. After that, he's gonna want to cry.
but I totally forgot about it, and now this fatty had to get a custom made belt for him.
Okay, that's just not even true. It's online, it's digital, but okay.
You have your own cardboard one.
Brian Cage versus Atlantis Jr. started off 0 hour for Wrestle Dream. Um, we both predicted that Brian Cage would win. Not a crazy match. It was like it was like a 4 minute squash match.
Yeah, it wasn't great. I mean, there was a few cool like moves or spots or whatever, but besides that, it wasn't anything crazy.
Yeah, Cage just kind of hit his finisher thing. He had his lariat and then his finisher to beat Atlantis Jr. That
Yeah.
match, like I said, it was literally like I think it was 4 minutes. I looked away for 2 seconds and I was like, oh, it's done.
Yeah.
Then we had Harley Cameron
That's why I was
versus
on 0 hour.
yeah Harley Cameron versus Anna Jay. We didn't take predictions for half these matches. We didn't really take predictions for, but this was an obvious one. Anna Jay is not losing to Harley Cameron.
Yeah.
Did you see that the ref had to put down Harley Cameron's shoulder?
Yeah, I saw that, and I was like, "What?" Because usually refs don't do that. They just like,
They
oh,
just
if they
keep
don't
it
have
down.
their
Yeah.
shoulder down. I mean, the ref could have just done a thing where they just did like another sequence because I mean, it's not live TV, it's pay-per-view, so they have as much time as they really need.
Yeah,
But I mean,
that's true.
if he was told to do that because he has like an earpiece, if Tony told him to do that, then he did it. Whatever. It's not really a big deal.
Now, other than those two matches, 0 hour is actually entertaining
Yeah. I mean,
because
there's reasons why some matches are on 0 hour and
MXM
not the.
versus the acclaimed MXM have quickly become like fan favorites of everybody.
Okay, what did the guy? I for Max Caster. What did he say? No,
Oh my God, y'all
am I
play with each
bugging?
other. He said y'all play with each other's butts like you're at a Diddy party.
Yeah, I was listening to that. I had my headphones and I was in the bathroom at the time while they were making their entrance, and I heard that, and I started crying laughing,
It
and my
was
dad got mad because I was like wheezing in the bathroom. It was so funny.
um. They also introduced Rico, who used to be part of a like storyline with Billy Gunn and somebody else. I don't really know. He like tried to get them to marry each other. The funny part was he was like, "You tried to make me marry another man a bunch of years ago," and it was like, "No offense, Anthony," because she didn't know Anthony Bowens is gay, but it was kind of funny.
It was.
Rico went for a spin kick onto Billy Gunn, but then he hit a famouser that led to Bowens hitting what's it called? What's his finisher? I don't even know.
Oh,
The Arrival? Something like
it's
that.
I think.
Yeah,
I
The
can't think
Arrival.
of it.
It's The Arrival, I guess.
Is
That's
it?
what it says here.
Okay. Then yeah, it's wrong.
Yeah, Bowens hit Mansoor with his finisher, and then Caster hit the mic drop to win the match. Then the best match, Conglomeration, and the Outrunners versus the Dark Athletes,
Collaboration.
the Dark Order, and the Premier Athletes. I like all those groups besides the Premier Athletes. I think they're kind of stupid, but
Yeah, I mean,
I know Evil Uno is just so funny. I love Evil Uno.
yeah.
Especially my favorite thing that he's done so far is when Hangman came up behind him before All In, and he was like, "Are you gonna be in the casino? What was it? The
Oh
casino
yeah,
battle
and just
royale?"
beat the
He's like,
shit out of him.
"I would like to announce that Evil Uno will be participating in this," and then he started getting destroyed.
Yeah, just beat the crap out of him. It was so
But
funny.
he's a big dude. But he's actually good,
Okay, no fat shaming here, Jonas.
dude. No, I'm saying like he's
No, I know.
I like
He
him.
is a big dude. Pause.
Yeah, I think it's so funny that the Outrunners just they always are doing their stupid pose. They're always doing the double bicep clothesline. It's so dumb, but I love them. Um,
That's what makes it funny.
yeah, they literally won the match with a neckbreaker power slam combo.
Yeah, especially being like a kind of like trying to be like a funny team, winning with like a really cool moves. Actually,
Um, so this next segment was actually very. I wanted this to happen. Yeah, Okada's talking to Renee when O'Reilly, who just had a match, said, "Well, I mean, hey, why don't we just have a match for your title?" Um, Parker, do you want to do the honors of what Okada responded by?
is it written down? Because I'm gonna be honest, I totally forgot.
Parker, what's his catchphrase?
No, bitch,
It
dude,
was.
I can't with Okada. Dude, I can't with him. It's he's
It's
just
so dumb.
it's so dumb, and the fact that he's like considered one of the greatest wrestlers of all time, not WWE, is like it's just blows my mind that they're using him as even he's a champion, but it's just
My favorite thing that he's done is when he was talking to Mercedes, and he was like, "Okada." They were like, "Okada's a big fan of you, and he would like to know if you could do the dance." And so Mercedes does her CEO dance, and he's just.
yeah.
It was
I'm
so
really
dumb.
hoping at some point they do like a love story between them. I will cry.
After Okada turns down O'Reilly, Kyle says, "Well, next time I'll take a different approach," and just socks Okada right in the mouth. They started brawling, and then they're both banned from the arena for the rest of the night. And that's leading into the main show. Dude, Hangman versus Jay White was so good.
Oh, it was.
Dude, oh my, I was not expecting Jay White to actually win.
No, I wasn't either. I really thought I really thought Hangman was gonna win
Yeah.
personally.
So, dude, Hangman, they've been working Hangman's knee for the bit of the match. Hangman went to go
Mhm.
use his belt that he's been like he keeps grabbing his belt in like half of his matches. The ref started to argue with Hangman, and then Jay White just this move was so nasty. Oh, Jay White like I don't even know what it's called. He took Hangman, he lifted him up, and he just smashed his shin into the freaking
Dude, I
stage.
there's so many like this is why I love AEW's wrestling.
It's so
It's just
nasty.
it's like a lot of it sure can be like hard to watch, and that's totally understandable. But I mean, it's just the brutality of some of these moves that he does. It's just so cool to watch, and it makes it more real.
Um, there was this move where Hangman missed a low blow, but it honestly looked like a botch. Um, Page blocked the Blade Runner, countered with a Deadeye. He went for the buckshot, but this counter was nasty. Jay White hits the Blade Runner out of nowhere. Hangman jumped over hit it, did a little flip, and he just immediately, boom. It was so nice. It was a good
Oh,
little
it was
sequence.
awesome.
And he won. I was not expecting him to win, and then we had Juice.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting
I,
him to
I
win
love
either.
Juice. He's so funny.
yeah.
Then we had Mariah May versus Willow Nightingale, which honestly was not as good as I thought it would be.
Yeah, I feel like there was more.
It was
We
really
were
slow at the
expecting more
beginning.
out of it.
It was really slow at the beginning.
Yeah, I usually when I'm watching matches, I prefer them to like maybe start off fast paced. Maybe they can start go slow in the middle of it. But being slow in the beginning kind of gets people bored.
It felt like one big sequence and then it was done. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it wasn't anything
Like
too
it had
crazy. I mean, the
just
match was
sped
all
up.
right, but
Yeah, it
it
was a
wasn't
good
great.
match, but like it wasn't their best. They could have done. They
No,
could have done good.
they could have done better.
Um, Willow was pulling out Death Valley drivers from everywhere. Like I don't know,
Oh
she
yeah.
was. It
How many
was.
did she hit? Like
I think she hit one in each corner.
so
Like
four.
yeah,
Yeah.
Mariah kicked out at 2 after a bunch of those. Mariah took Willow down with an Avalanche Hurricane Rana. Yeah, because Willow was going for the Avalanche Power Bomb, but then got reversed into a Hurricane Rana.
Yep.
Mariah followed up with a literally she hit up a Zyko knee basically.
Yeah.
The champ spiked Willow with the Storm Zero or the Mayday, whatever they want to call it that day, honestly, to retain the title.
Yep.
Uh, Hot take about this next match: Jack Perry versus Shibata for the TNT Championship.
Yep.
The ending sucked.
Well,
It was
the
like
ending of the
confusing.
match, the ending of like the whole segment
Yeah.
itself was
Oh
great.
no. Oh
I was
oh.
gonna say
Trust
if
me.
you say him returning is bad, I was actually about to crash out.
Shibata stunned the scapegoat with a nasty Death Valley
Death
driver.
Valley Driver.
Shibata put Jack Perry into a sleeper and fell onto his back. He wraps his leg, so a lot of people were thinking he was gonna win there. But then Jack rose to his like basically his feet almost to get the pin. Um, Perry wins and retains. Did he keep going? Yeah, he kept. He went on a post match like assault on him, didn't he?
Yeah,
And then that led to the return of Daniel Gar. Well, not really the return, but a
we hadn't
surprise.
seen him in a little
Yeah,
bit.
actually no, he was on Title Tuesday.
Was he?
Yeah, that's when he came back. So he did a little run in. He wasn't scheduled, I
Oh
should
yeah.
say. It was a surprise. He took out Jack Perry, and then MJF returned to confront Daniel Garcia.
When's the last time we
Um,
saw him? Wasn't it All Out?
yeah, I
Or
think
am
it
I?
was. Yeah, because he went to go
Okay.
film Happy Gilmore too.
Oh yeah, I saw a few clips of
He's
him
like
like coming out of a house as like a security guard or something.
he's Adam Sandler's son, whatever the character is.
He's Adam Sandler, so he's gonna have a decent role.
I'm pretty sure because they're both
Oh, I can't
Jewish.
wait to watch that.
But it's a Netflix movie though, so it might suck.
I mean, MJF's in. I'm gonna watch it. I'm just gonna
Yeah.
watch it for MJF. I really hope he drops some like AEW reference, like slight. That'd be cool.
Dude, I swear to God, if he gets a hole in one, I'm better than you. I will.
Dude, dude, I really hope he says something like he says I'm better than you and you know it or something like that.
He probably
I
will.
will, I will cry.
Um, Jack Perry blindsides Daniel Garcia, who's distracted by MJF. MJF gets into the ring to cut a promo, and he reveals that he has found the Dynamite Diamond ring.
That
Uh,
was allegedly pawned, wasn't it?
no, it was pawned, but Daniel told him like basically he was like it's in a pawn shop in Buffalo, New York, and so he just what is said to be the space between is him going to Buffalo and finding the ring.
Mm-hmm.
Just as he puts it onto his pinky, because he says, "I found my diamond ring, and I'm gonna make you kiss it." And so he puts it on his pinky, and just as he's about to swipe, Adam Cole returns.
I was honestly not expecting it. I know there were some rumors about it, but I truly was shocked when I saw him come out.
I the funny part is he walks out, and immediately I go, "Okay, no crutches." And
He
MJF
was like
starts mocking
hobbling.
his hobble. Yeah, he starts
Yeah,
mocking his hobble, and that's when Cole
MJF
starts
was mocking
sprinting
him.
down the ring. Like he
Yeah,
starts sprinting down, and MJF just retreats.
and MJF was like mocking him too.
Yeah, because he was like, oh, oh. Um,
Yeah,
and then as he starts to run to the ring, MJF just left. Adam
yeah.
Cole just stands in the ring for a bit, does his Adam Cole baby, and then just yeah. But this changes the whole storyline of the Devil because now MJF is a heel and Adam
Yeah.
Cole seems to be the face.
Yeah, so it's gonna be a whole new thing. And
Yeah,
when MJF returned at Double or Nothing, it seemed to be the opposite way around, where
yeah.
MJF was. But now, I mean, roles can change like that in AEW. I
Who
mean, you
knows?
really never know.
Um, Next match was Osprey versus Ricochet versus Takeshita for the International Championship. Ricochet splashed Osprey with a shooting star press out of nowhere. Takeshita bulldozed into Ricochet with a power drive knee strike. Huh, that was disgusting. He smacked him with that one.
Oh yeah.
Takeshita grabbed Ricochet on the apron and smashed him through the table at ringside. That might have been one of Like that might have been one of the nastiest table spots in AEW history.
Oh, that was I I
Wait, was it
I didn't know what to say.
this match where the table literally broke completely,
Um,
or was there another
yeah, I
match that
think
had
so.
a table spot? I don't think so. Right? Takeshita's about to get pinned, but Don Callis pulls the ref out of the ring. Don Callis pulls out a screwdriver, but Osprey blocks it. Just as Osprey grabs Callis, Kyle Fletcher jumps into the ring to turn on Osprey. He hit him with a nasty screwdriver hit to the back of the head.
Oh yeah, that was.
That was stiff.
I didn't expect Kyle Fletcher to turn on him really.
Yeah, I didn't either, to be
I mean, I
honest.
didn't. I from my point of view, like I haven't like seen any hints on it, like him doing anything. So I when I saw Don Callis in the ring, I was like, what the hell? But then I'm like, oh, Kyle Fletcher must be coming out.
Uh, yeah, after the screwdriver hit, Takeshita wins the international championship.
Yeah,
Then we have the return of the Washington native Swerve Strickland.
I was crying that Bobby didn't come out.
Dude, it was so sad. Swerve enters the ring with Prince Nana, and after like not even 2 minutes of talking, he's interrupted by MVP and Shelton Benjamin. Um, and MVP talks about how Nana, since he's affiliated with Nana, he has lost all these matches. And Swerve
Hmm.
says, "You're right. I did lose the main event of All In and All Out." But Swerve says that he wouldn't have had the match opportunity if it wasn't for Nana himself.
I was so scared that Swerve was gonna like beat the crap out of him, but once he said like, "Oh well, I wouldn't have had this
He
stuff
go
without Nana,"
he then
that's like
says,
truth getting turned on.
"And Nana, I know that you're selling weed to high schoolers in the parking lot of hotels, but at the end of the day, you're family." And I was like, "Oh my
Jonas texted me that, and I said, "Where do you think I get mine
god,
from?" I'm joking. I listen here. I do not. I don't. I promise.
he's
It
a
was
good
just a
boy."
joke. Stop.
Okay, stop.
Stop.
Swerve talks about how if 12-year-old Tim was standing in the ring, he would be shaking in the presence of MVP and Shelton Benjamin. The two get into an altercation, being Shelton and Swerve, hopefully setting up a match that everybody would like to see. Now, no,
Yeah.
this match was so bad for no reason. Hologram versus the Beast Mortars 2 out of 3
Yeah.
falls.
The description that he has on this doc is hologram stays undefeated. That's it. That's it.
Dude,
Because
it
there's
wasn't
nothing
that
cool to
good.
really
It was
talk about.
no, I was honestly sad.
Yeah, I was expecting more, especially for hologram in like a pay per view.
Yeah,
But hologram's crazy. He's like a smaller Ricochet.
I don't even know, dude. Uh, Darby versus Brody King, the grudge match open challenge, basically. Darby shoves Brody off the apron, knocking him onto the steel ring steps. Darby falls up with a coffin drop onto Brody on the steel steps, which, oh, the worst part. So Darby gets flattened by Brody King, and then Brody King takes the steel steps, puts them on top of Darby, and starts squishing them and standing.
That was
Ugh.
disgusting. I didn't know what that was.
Like I was expecting him to like bruise or break a rib.
Oh
Um,
yeah, that was bad.
After that sequence, Darby hits Brody with another coffin drop to win. After the match, the two wrestlers show respect and went their separate ways. What do you think they're gonna do with the rest of the House of Black? Because we haven't seen Malachi or Buddy in a while.
Well, do you think Malachi did Malachi get it doesn't his contract end
I think
sometime
it's
like
ending soon. Also, Miro got released. He
yes, I
asked for
saw
his
that.
release, so we'll probably
I
see him
really hope
at
WWE just brings
Rumble.
it back as a comedy character.
But
Rusev
do
Day.
you think he's gonna be Miro or do you think he's gonna be Rusev?
I mean, I feel like Miro's a better character, but I feel like for the sake of WWE, because they only really have like
What was
one
his
comedy
character though?
character.
He was like the Redeemer, so he was like
He was
Jesus.
yeah, and he was also there was also Rusev Day at one point.
Yeah,
He
Rusev Day
was
was
like
good.
it reminded me of like a
Rusev
what
was a good character because he was powerful, but he was still funny.
yeah.
But Miro, I literally saw like 2 matches from.
Yeah. You see, Joe Hendry was his lawyer in one of
Yeah,
his promos.
yeah.
He wasn't supposed to be. He just randomly said, "Oh yeah, I'm here. I'm his lawyer," and that's how it became. When I
Joe
found that out, I
Hendry
was
Glazer,
crying.
bro.
All right, die. I'm just
Young
like,
Bucks
I don't
versus Private Party for the tag team championships. Private Party has a new and more serious look with new music and graphics. Private Party
Yeah.
blasted. Um, what's it? He like no. This move was nasty. They hit Nick Jackson with the. I don't even know what their finisher is. But Matt Jackson jumped in to break up the pin. The Bucks
Mhm.
hit an EVP trigger. Tizay, or I think it was Tizay, right? Yeah. But he kicked out, which that's a big thing. He kicked out of the EVP trigger.
Oh yeah, that's like kicking out of like the 1D from the Usos. Like
Honestly,
not a, like I mean,
dude, for a
it's
second
only been
I
done
thought they
once,
might
but I
win.
mean, yeah, I almost picked them because I feel like at some point they're gonna have to lose.
That's what my
Well, they're
brother
gonna.
said. My brother said with them like holding their own and having the involvement of like the seriousness now, there's
Yep.
a bigger reason for them to get these titles.
Yeah.
Um,
I feel like they're gonna win them soon.
yeah, Zay ducked under another EVP trigger. He rolls up Matt Jackson, but Matt kicks at two. And then out of nowhere, the Bucks hit a TK driver, and Matt Jackson
Yeah.
pins him for the win. Now,
Good
okay,
match.
that match was insane. They were hitting
Yeah.
Tony Khan drivers out of nowhere.
Oh yeah, it was like randomly like they have like 5
Didn't
seconds to
Private
set it
Party
up
hit one
and they hit
too?
him. Oh,
Didn't Private Party hit a TK driver?
I'm pretty sure they hit one closer to the end.
Yeah.
Also,
Um,
I just want to say because of how long they kept the camera on Private Party after the match and they stopped their music,
I was scared. I was like, dude,
I
we've been
thought somebody
thinking.
was gonna turn,
I was
but I think they just did that for like showing respect
no, because that could
to
have been
people.
bad.
Yeah.
Because I don't see them breaking up anytime soon. But then again, it's AEW. Because we'll talk about what happens at the end of the show. Was not expecting that.
I wanted to die. Not like that.
Um,
Not really. Not really.
Mark Briscoe versus Jericho ROH World Championship. Briscoe got hit with a juice effect out of nowhere, and I was so scared.
Oh,
Oh my god, I was.
I wasn't scared. I was excited for
I
like
know.
2 seconds, and I'm like, oh no, Jericho's gonna be a champion.
Yeah, Jericho hits a freaking Judas effect into the J Driller, but Mark kicks it too.
Yep.
Dude, when I tell you I popped for louder for this than I did for the Rock at Bad Blood, I'm not even joking.
Yeah, it was. That was scary but exciting. Like there's a lot of emotions with Chris Jericho matches.
Mark Briscoe hit Jericho with a Death Valley driver, followed up with a froggy elbow. Mark pointed to the heavens and hit Jericho with the J Driller for the win.
Jonas cannot speak.
The Dre Driller for the win. Uh, oh my dude,
That's
when I
that's the
tell
worst.
you,
I'm just saying that's the worst move to mispronounce just because it's after his dead brother.
when I tell you that I stayed up for an extra hour and a half after this next match,
Dude,
I couldn't sleep because it was honestly, I didn't know what to think of what is happening.
we'll get into it like more after we explain what happened with the match.
Um,
We'll get into more what we think about it.
Moxley
But
makes
like,
his entrance
I don't
from
say.
the crowd, and then before Danielson's entrance even finished, Danielson was shut down by Moxley, who attacked him. Um, the final countdown played for the next like 3 minutes.
I
Uh,
texted you during that. I said, okay, when's this song gonna
it
end?
was so funny. Uh,
Also, do
it was
you
just
want to tell them
anarchy in the
about?
arena all over again.
Do you want to tell them about when they showed that kid? You want to say what you sent to me?
There was this fat kid, and I said, "Dude, you didn't tell me you went." Cause dude, he was yes. He was so fat, but it was okay because we love fat people. Um,
Die.
Danielson went for a kick at Moxley, and Moxley then took a camera cord around Danielson's throat and choked him out for a bit. Danielson escapes Moxley's grip. Marina Shafir jumped on Danielson's back, and dude, he just shrugged her off.
Yeah, that was funny.
Danielson hit a Bazaiko knee out of nowhere, and the arena was so loud.
Oh yeah, it was insane.
Danielson jumped off the top rope, and then he also did a suicida to the floor, which also that's literally the thumbnail of this video. Is that
Yeah,
Danielson kicked Moxley, but Moxley had had enough and spiked Danielson with a pile driver on the Spanish announce
yeah, it
table.
was that was a nice pile driver, really clean.
Moxley distracted the ref so Marina could take a few hits to Danielson. And Moxley just kept going after Danielson's neck because if you don't know,
Yeah,
he's had history with neck injuries. That's why he had to retire for a bit and then he came back. Shafir then takes off the foam covering of the arena floor, exposing the concrete. Moxley went for a pile driver, but Danielson countered with a back body drop. Danielson sent
Ooh,
Moxley flying with a spider suplex from the turnbuckle. Moxley dodged a diving headbutt and then curb stomped Danielson. The champion found the strength to hit Moxley with a pile driver. I don't know, like this match didn't stop,
it felt like it was going on forever.
and I wasn't mad about it until the end.
Yeah.
Both men were trading strikes in the center of the ring. You know, this is kind of like the home stretch. Whenever you see them doing the, yeah, oh, yeah, you know it's
Yeah,
getting close to
boom.
the
Yeah,
end.
boo,
Yeah.
whatever.
Um, Moxley gets Danielson down to one knee, but then Danielson gets back up and just started rocking Moxley with a bunch of euros. Like I don't, dude, it was out of nowhere. It was just,
Boom, boom,
it was
yeah.
so nice. Um, Danielson kept kicking Moxley, but then Moxley, when was it? Let's see if I can find this. Sometime in the match, he started doing Danielson's thing where I'm gonna kick your head in. He started doing that. Took Danielson in and he started kicking him.
Yeah.
Marina Shafir interfered again. While the ref was dealing with her, Moxley hit Danielson with a cutter.
Hmm.
The ref then ejected Shafir. Moxley went for a German suplex, but Danielson landed and hits a Bazaico knee for a near win.
I thought he was gonna win,
I
and
was
then I'm
like,
like,
dude,
oh
oh,
no,
please,
Mox.
please. Um, then Danielson tried to kick Moxley's head in. He puts him in the lapel lock, but then forces a rope break with Moxley reaching the ropes with his boots. Um, what else? Oh, Moxley hit a Death Rider on the exposed concrete.
Oh, that was. I don't know what to say.
So,
I that was.
I thought he actually died for a second.
Danielson died.
Dude, I don't know what. Dude, it was a nasty one.
Oh yeah.
Um, Then they started exchanging elbow strikes again. Moxley was on Danielson's back, but Danielson got him off by falling backwards. Danielson put the label lock onto Moxley, but he escaped and transitioned into an armbar. Danielson escapes and then catches Moxley under the knee. Under the chin with a Bazaico knee. Um,
Hmm.
Moxley hits two lariats, hits Danielson with a Death Rider, but Danielson kicks out at one. Danielson spits at Mox and slapped him in the face. Moxley answered with a Gotch style pile driver. Moxley put Danielson in a sleeper, and Moxley won via ref stoppage.
Yeah,
The
that
new
was.
AEW World Champion is Jon Moxley, and this is the end of Bryan Danielson's full time career.
All right, I just want to bring up the fact people may have saw this on Twitter. All three members of the Shield have ended Bryan Danielson's wrestling runs. On Raw, Seth Rollins had Bryan Danielson's last match for the Raw Universal title. SmackDown, Roman Reigns
Or not
ended.
even, it would be the WrestleMania, wouldn't it? WrestleMania with Edge.
No, yeah, you're right. Yeah, Roman pinned Edge and Bryan Danielson for their final.
For his last
And
WrestleMania.
Roman also beat him on his last match on
Yeah,
SmackDown.
it's true.
And then
And then, yeah,
Mox,
this one.
yeah, or Dean Ambrose as he was in Shield.
But it doesn't stop there. No, it doesn't.
But the
Shafir,
skit.
Castagnoli, and Pac come down to the ring. They take the championship and put it into their black duffel bag, but they don't even care about the championship.
Yeah.
Moxley takes the plastic bag, but as Wheeler Yuta and Darby Allin run down to stop Moxley, Wheeler Yuta hits Darby with a Bazaico knee. As if it couldn't get worse, Wheeler Yuta isn't in the right anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Shafir and Pac tied Darby in the corner with duct tape. Moxley gives Yuta the plastic bag and forces Yuta to choke or to suffocate Danielson. He didn't. He's alive. Um, Darby pleaded for Wheeler to stop. Then, in just hopes of desperation, Private Party and Jeff Jarrett sprinted down to try and help. They were outnumbered by Claudio and all them. Claudio takes a steel chair and wraps it around Danielson's neck and just stomps on it. Like, it might have been the hardest stomp I've ever seen. Like that.
Oh, it was awful. Yeah.
Um, the I don't even know what we're gonna call them now. They're like the evil BCC because Moxley and them are all part of the BCC, just besides Danielson.
Yeah.
The medical team stretchers Bryan Danielson out of the ring. Um, it is then said that Danielson is on his way to the hospital with Tony Khan. Um,
Yep.
that is why it was just Shivani and Nigel that did it. Oh,
Uh-huh.
sorry. Um, uh, don't know what that was. And then also, we're starting to see that Nigel's starting to like kind of feel bad and change his mind, because throughout the entire night he was calling him crying Bryan Danielson, but then once all this attack, like this brutal attack happened, he was starting to kind of feel sorry for him, because at the press conference, what did he say? He was like, our prayers go out to Danielson and his family. Um, which if they want to make this a lot, they should have Bree come on to Dynamite and talk about Danielson. That would be oof. You know what I
End
mean?
of the match was I so much. There's so much happening. Couldn't go through my head. Title
Dude, I didn't
change
even
to
know what happened.
Yuta like
I don't even
turned.
remember
I
the
don't know.
match. I just remember them turning.
Yeah.
Um, now we're going to go back to last week. We're doing it a little funky, but it's because, you know, pay per view, we were already talking about it. Now we're going to go back.
Yep.
First 2 hour Raw was very controversial. Many did not like it.
Many said there wasn't like a lot of time for
Yeah.
especially some mid carders.
CM Punk starts the show off with a promo. Says that after Hell in a Cell, he needs time to recover. He doesn't know exactly when he'll return. It is believed that this is because he does not want to work the Saudi show, which I don't blame him. Seth Rollins immediately follows Punk's promo with a promo of his own. Seth is in the ring telling Bronson Reed that he'll give him a match whenever and wherever he wants. This promo is followed by Jey Uso versus Xavier Woods for the Intercontinental Championship.
Seth did not look pleased when Jay came out.
No, he did not.
He looked a little annoyed.
He did not look happy.
We don't really know the reason because last time they left, they were on good terms. Or last time they really met, which was around
I don't know.
Survivor Series.
I don't know. I don't think that he liked the cutoff, but
He probably didn't, but I mean, whatever.
Xavier Woods
Stick
taking
it up, Buttercup.
control of the action for the majority of this match. Jey Uso hit Woods with a super kick right under the chin. It was nasty.
Oh, that was
Um,
awesome.
yeah, he was jumping off the top rope and boom, right under his chin. He just got kicked in the freaking face, dude. Parker, stop. Moments later, Uso followed up with a Uso splash to pick up his first defense, his successful defense. After the match,
Yeah.
Braun Breaker attacks Uso in Kingston with
Had
spears
his
for both
self hold
men.
last week.
Woods only helps Kingston and leaves Uso with Breaker. This reveals, obviously, that Breaker did not mean what he said, and he does not have
No.
respect for Jay, and he
Just
wants his title back.
unless they just had like planned switch, with the whole um like him fighting Gunther unless they have other plans with him.
Yeah, maybe, I don't know.
I
Uh,
I don't really know why they would have had him like look like a face and then
I don't know.
clearly be a
I guess
heel,
they were
you
trying
know?
to fake us out, but honestly, I didn't believe them for a second.
Yeah.
Uh, that that match was actually really good. I did
It
like
was
that.
pretty good. It was a good starting match.
Now I feel like they're gonna go the angle of Kingston, or well, Kofi is gonna start getting mad at Woods because he gave him that title opportunity, but he still
Yeah.
didn't win. Like and then he just left Uso in there to do nothing with like
I guess I could see that.
I don't know. Who knows? That storyline is very complicated. Then again, we've been waiting like a full year now for Austin Theory to turn on Grayson Waller.
Yeah, we've been waiting a while,
Uh,
so we don't know when any of that's gonna happen.
Sheamus versus Pete Dunne in a Donnybrook match.
There's been like I looked it
Incredible.
up. There's been like 4 of those
There's an incredible spot where there were these. I guess what were they? What would be?
barrels
Yeah, what would they be full of?
of
Like
beer.
yeah, just beer. I guess like Guinness. Um, where Sheamus gets Pete Dunne up there for a white noise off the rails and through tables. That's the
That was
spot. That was the spot that I was thinking of. That bro, the table shattered.
oh yeah. It was
Um,
I wasn't expecting them to I thought there was gonna be something where Pete
but
Dunne hit
somehow,
him.
some way, the match keeps going.
Oh yeah, that should have been the end.
Yeah, I don't know. It was like only a 2 count.
Yeah.
After that, Dunn tied Sheamus' hands behind his back and came at his opponent with the cricket bat that he's been toting around. However, Sheamus hit Pete Dunne with a bro kick, just like Parker, to take home the win.
Did you put those
Um,
videos in the beginning?
I'm going to, yeah.
Oh god.
Then the worst match of the night, and that's just because half these people suck, in my opinion.
10-woman
Natalia,
tag
yeah,
match.
Natalia, Lyra, Zelina, Katana, and Kaden defeat PFC and the Unholy Union in a 10-woman tag match. See,
It was
this ain't my cup of tea. I don't really like anybody in this match. Um, I like the witches and I like Lyra and I like Zelina. I don't really care for anybody in the PFC. Don't care about Natalia. I don't like the Ravers and Zelina's
yeah,
never
the
been
witches
that
are
big to
cool.
me.
Obviously, I mean Lyra, she just got called up during around the draft, so I mean, we were actually there at her debut.
Yeah, that was her first
Um,
match as the Queen of the Ring.
yeah, and when she
She
came
showed
out
up
to
in the
help
finals.
Becky. Yeah.
Yep.
But that was pretty good. But Lyra, no, the match wasn't pretty good. I meant the debut, but yeah, I really only like Lyra and about the witches. That's about it. Maybe Zelina too. She's cool, I guess.
And the main event of the show was Gunther versus Sami Zayn for the World Heavyweight Championship.
Quit
Oh,
yawning, Biggie.
sorry. Um, Despite numerous power bombs being used against Sami Zayn, he refused to give up. Um, Bunch of clotheslines and submission attempts. Finally, Gunther locked in the sleeper, and the official called for the bell.
hmm Sammy kicking
Uh,
out at one after that
oh
power
my
bomb was
god,
crazy.
people were so
I was
mad
like,
though.
no chance Gunther loses to Sami Zayn
They hate
on Raw.
Sami Zayn. Twitter
Yeah,
hates
he deserves
Sammy.
better.
They're like, he's Hulk Hogan, he won't put anybody over.
Mm,
Um,
yeah.
oh, also, people hated the Ricochet, Osprey, and Takeshita match because of the no
Why?
sell spot, where it was just going back and forth. But I think that's cool, to be honest.
Yeah, I like the match.
Did you see that afterward they posted a video where he was just like, he just broke down crying because he lost?
Ricochet?
No, 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 Sammy.
Oh no, I didn't see that.
Yeah,
What?
he like broke down crying in the back in
I'm
storyline.
gonna look it up now.
NXT in the St. Louis, which I like that arena they were at, that like little music hall. It was actually kind of cool.
Oh yeah, it was pretty nice. Okay, I'm sorry. Hold on. Time out. Sexy Red performing. What was that? Booker T. Oh yeah, man. We all know why he likes Sexy Red. Like, come on now. What is wrong? What was wrong with that performance?
Stop. Stop. The show starts with Trick Williams doing his little championship celebration practically. He enters the
Mhm.
ring to address the fans when he's interrupted by Wesley, who is standing in the audience. Jay Uso then, for some reason, comes out to talk to Trick, and then they start the whole whoop that Trick yeet, and then yeah. Um, Jade, Bianca, and Kalani Jordan versus Fatal Influence. Fatal Influence took control for a little bit, but it was not long before the team of Belair, Cargill, and Jordan won the match from a split-legged moonsault by Kalani Jordan.
Yep.
After that, or I don't even know if it was after that, but there was a Julia little segment backstage where she says, "Hello, old friend," and it cuts.
Yeah, that was. I think we all knew it was Stephanie.
Honestly,
I mean, I can't really think of anybody else who would be, but
it could have been just some random person. My brother was like, it could be EO, but I doubt it. Uh, with the return of Rosa's old tag team partner, co-worker Jade, Julia needed someone to have her back. She then reveals that her old friend is the debuting Stephanie Vacker.
yeah, that was pretty cool. I mean, I honestly after that like backstage thing, I was expecting her,
Yeah.
but I mean, it was still pretty cool the way she came out, the way they both held the title. Probably a triple threat at some point, or maybe they fight for it after like Julia takes it from Roxanne.
Now, shocker of the night. My dad turned off NXT to watch Title Tuesday because we all figured that there was not going to be a title change.
Yep.
Obafemi versus Tony D'Angelo for the NXT North American title. Obafemi went for a fall from grace to the announce table, but the Don countered with a huge spine buster. Um,
That
Obafemi
was
kicks out at 2.
bro. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe
Oba literally hulked up.
it. Yeah.
D'Angelo countered into a roll up and used his leverage to keep his shoulders pinned to the mat and to become NXT North American champion. People are already saying that when they get the rematch, it's over for D'Angelo.
He, I I
It
mean,
might be.
I think they just had Oba just hold it for because of like
Dude,
they had
he is. Oh my god.
didn't they fought at No Mercy, right?
Yeah, and he
Because
lost.
I was gonna say I think the reason that they didn't have D'Angelo take it then was just so Oba could have the longest reigning.
Maybe.
But he was like 2 days after the
He's gonna
record.
be in the Rumble. No doubt.
Oba, oh yeah,
Yeah.
unless he goes for the title.
Which that's what my brother was saying. He was like, where does he go now? I said, either main roster or NXT main title.
I mean, I could
Dude, if he
totally
gets
see
the
them just
NXT
bringing
title,
him up
bro.
to the main roster, 100%.
But dude, if he gets that title, like that main title for NXT, he's not dropping that thing.
Oh no, he could easily become the longest
he is
reigning.
the like currently not I'm not I know this is gonna sound dumb, but currently he is the Gunther of NXT, where
NXT.
he holds
Oh
the
yeah,
mid card champion for a record breaking time, and then now he's probably gonna go to the main title.
imagine Obafemi versus Gunther.
Dude, that's what I said. That would be insane.
That dude, I can't. I could.
Um,
I would fart everywhere.
this one I didn't even watch this match until I was writing this down. Fraxium versus A Town Down Under.
It was okay.
I was praying to God. I was like, they better not win those titles. A Town Down Under could not keep Fraxium down for long enough to win the match. Um, yeah, I mean, it wasn't that crazy. They just kind of hit their. I think they just hit their tag finisher, right? And then the game, it was just over. Nothing really crazy
Yeah,
happened.
wasn't anything special.
And then the saddest match was Randy Orton versus Javon Evans because he got to wrestle one of his childhood heroes.
He
Um,
messed up the spot,
I
bro.
know, bro.
He even like you could see him
I know. Yeah,
apologizing
yeah,
to
yeah.
Randy after the
He took
match,
4 side slams onto the announce table.
bro. I mean, this he was apologizing to Randy after the match about that
Dude,
spot that he
he
missed.
hit Randy with a cutter out of nowhere.
Oh yeah.
Um,
I mean, you would think it's a squash match. I mean, a 19-year-old versus a legend. Like, I think Javon Evans is
and
20
then
now.
when he went for that second one is when that spot was supposed to be. But then
Yeah.
it was just it's timing with Randy Orton getting up and then speed with Siobhan Evans.
I think
Um,
it was more Javon Evans' fault because he turned in midair by
I also
accident.
don't think that Randy Orton expected somebody to be that fast because he hasn't wrestled like a young kid like that in forever.
Oh yeah, last time he wrestled somebody young was Mania, was
Yeah,
Logan. And
yeah,
Logan's not even like too young. He's like 28. Well, that's young, but
yeah. But he likes his cheese
like
drippy, so like,
die.
uh, but then yeah, when he went for that second cutter
From
off
the
the top,
screen to the
that
sorry.
flipping cutter off the top rope, that's
Oh
when
yeah.
things started to go bad. That's when they tried to do the RKO spot, which would have been sick. Um, but
Would
then
have been one of the best RKO's of all time.
Orton just picked him up, and I swear I don't even know what he said, but it looked like he was like, "All right, here we go," and he just hits an RKO.
Yeah.
Then he
Well, you
gets
need an
hit with
RKO
all
to
that
end the
stuff.
match. I mean,
Yeah.
nobody's expecting Javon Evans to pin Randy.
Title Tuesday sucked. First two segments were
I watched
promos.
NXT. I
It
did not
was
watch
yeah.
Title Tuesday, so I don't know what happened.
Moxley did a promo talking about his Danielson match. Darby did a promo talking about his match against Brody, where he socks Brody in the mouth. Jake the Snake Roberts makes an appearance to make a deal with Don Callis. Commander
What?
versus Hologram.
I
Hologram
wasn't
picks up
watching
another
Title Tuesday.
win. Yeah. So it seems like what it seems like is that Lance Archer is joining Don Callis,
Interesting.
and Don Callis is giving Jake the Snake somebody. So who knows?
Yeah.
Commander versus Hologram was pretty good. Hologram picked up another win, remaining undefeated in AEW since joining the
Yep.
roster. Hello, dog. My dog's coming over, so if you see a dog, it's my dog. Jamie Hayter versus Willow Nightingale versus Saraya versus Nyla Rose. Willow earns her shot to Mariah May at Wrestle Dream, like we said.
Jay
Jay,
White squash match.
literally, it was like two
That's
minutes.
it.
Hello, dog. Hook promo. Uh, Hook is seen backstage calling out his father Taz's attacker. Taz was attacked in the parking lot a few weeks ago, and Hook looks to seek revenge on the attacker. What do you want, dog? Sorry, my dog's sitting here. Hi.
I want you, Jonas. I'm sorry.
Do you see? Is she in camera? Is she in
No.
frame? Okay, cool. Mercedes Moné versus Emi Sakura in a match for the TBS and CMLL Strong Women's Championship. Monet retains both the titles. After the match, the now face Chris Statlander storms the ring in an attempt to get at Monet, but could not reach her in time. The main
Yeah.
event: Danielson and Wheeler Yuta versus Pac and Claudio Castagnoli.
I think we should have actually. Now that I think about it, we should have gone over this before
Probably.
Wrestle Dream, just because I mean,
It's whatever.
yeah, people know this was before.
Um, Pac grabbed the ring hammer, but Yuta disarmed him. Danielson takes down Pac and applied the lapel lock, and Pac tapped out like immediately.
Yep.
Danielson takes the fight to Mox and brawled up the ramp. Shafir assaulted Wheeler Yuta with knee strikes. Claudio, Shafir, and Pac triple teamed Wheeler Yuta in the ring. Claudio hit Wheeler with the hammer. And then Danielson and Moxley fall all the way back to the ring. Danielson hit Claudio with a psycho knee. And then, Marina helped Moxley.
A day's Moxley back.
Then, moving on to SmackDown, Jimmy Uso is back. Jimmy Uso talks to Roman, saying that we're not the ones anymore. And he's got a point. Jimmy has someone in mind that they may be able to help the two, that may be able to help them. And the crowd just starts going, and that's
No yeet.
Yeah, he just. Roman
I have a
does
crush on
not
Jimmy
mess with
Uso.
LA Knight vs. Carmelo Hayes, United States Championship match. Andrade made his way down to get a closer look at the action, playing mind games with Carmelo. Carmelo took the fight to LA Knight, countering a BFT with a kick to the back of LA Knight and almost scoring a win over him. They exchanged blows until Knight hit a BFT to gain the win, which was a nasty. So the sequence was he went for that nothing but net, I think, right? He went off he did his springboard and then he flipped over LA Knight and he was ready, so he just went. It was actually kind of good.
Yeah.
Before the women's tag team title match, Kevin Owens, who was banned from the arena, talks about what he did and why he did his attack.
Interrupting a women's tag match entrance, by the way.
They're like,
so
wow,
that was
Kevin Owens hates women. A lot of people were saying.
Mm.
Before he can even get like any words out, Cody's already at the ring. But he's stopped by security. Orton comes to try and hold back Owens from, killing Cody Rhodes. Owens then hits Orton and we don't know if it was accidental or not. It looked accidental, but he freaking clocked Randy in the face.
Oh, right in the face.
Orton drops KO and reality checks him. This led to Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill versus Lash Legend and Jakara Jackson for the women's tag team titles. Obviously, Bianca and Jade retain. Lash Legend and Jakara Jackson started the match very strong. And that's what people weren't happy because it was a squash match. But if you think about it, it makes sense. They blindsided them, so they get amped up already, and then they just immediately start going after them. Naomi versus Nia Jax in a non-title match. Naomi used her quick speed to, counteract Jax because she's big.
Whoa.
She's tall.
Oh, yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah. Dude, Nia throws Naomi to the floor at ringside.
That was funny.
Miss Money in the Bank, Tiffany Stratton, the GOAT, tried to help Nia Jax, but was stopped by Raquel Rodriguez because for some reason they came out to kind of, the Judgment Day came out to kind of talk to Nia because they have that magic crown jewel. Rodriguez stopped Tiffany's help because Jax is about to hit Naomi with the Annihilator. Morgan stole the Money in the Bank briefcase and hit Nia Jax straight in the face almost with the briefcase. Naomi pinned the WWE Women's Champion.
Yeah, I was not expecting that. I thought Nia was gonna win.
And then after the match, Liv Morgan confronts Nia Jax, who is her crown jewel opponent. when out of nowhere Rhea Ripley comes out to just wipe out the Judgment Day like always.
It's all
Um,
happening on SmackDown, by the way.
yeah, it's probably gonna happen tonight too, if I had to guess.
Probably. Well, Rhea's
Um,
set to kick off the show.
oh, she really?
Yeah.
She gonna get interrupted by Nia?
Why'd you get interrupted by Nia?
I don't know. She ruined the match, or technically, she like I don't know. Well, oh wait, no. So here's what I'm thinking. If Rhea comes out, then Liv's gonna come out because she had tried to get her, and then if Liv goes out, then Tiffany and Nia might come out because they ruined the
That makes
match.
more sense.
Yeah. What if that happens?
Yeah, that
What
makes
if
more
Tiffany
sense.
cashes in tonight?
I would cry.
So that's the thing. People are saying, is she gonna cash in before Crown Jewel and then have a match against Nia? But then people were thinking, if she cashes in tonight or anytime, right? And
Uh-huh.
she wins the championship, it's Nia versus Tiffany, no matter what.
Yep.
But like Nia said, after the match, when she beats Liv Morgan, she's gonna be down for 3 count already. So Tiffany should just cash in and win the title. What if it's just flip flops and Nia loses and then she cashes in on Nia and wins the title? Like either
Yeah.
one of those could happen.
Yeah. And Tiffy gets to choose who she cashes in
Yeah.
on, too. I mean,
Uh,
it's not like she cashes in
it's
and
not.
she
Yeah,
gets.
it's
It's
not
like
like she has to listen to Nia. Like what?
no, she could cash in on Nia during the match if she wanted to, make it a
Yes.
triple threat for her.
Yeah,
For Nia's
that's
title.
another thing that I was thinking is if she cashes in, is it gonna be for both the titles or should I have to pick which one, or is it just gonna be like whoever she pins?
She's gonna have to pick which one
Who knows?
because
Um,
it's for one title match,
yeah,
one
it's true.
title.
Yeah, but if she cashes in, is she gonna be winning the Crown Jewel Championship?
Yeah, technically, because she won the freaking
It would be dumb.
match.
It would be dumb. Are you
It's like your
serious?
face got him.
Are you serious? There's no way.
Are you seriously eating again, Jonas?
My dog is barking. Solo Sikoa versus
Ah,
Jimmy Uso. Jimmy Uso makes his in-ring return since WrestleMania 40 against Solo Sikoa. He kicked Jimmy out of the Bloodline 6 months ago and sent him his way. Jimmy could not overcome Solo Sikoa because of the Bloodline's interference. After the match, Roman Reigns came to Jimmy's aid, but Jacob Fatu and the Tongans just destroyed the two. After the Bloodline stood tall, Jimmy tells Roman, "We need him." People believe he is still referring to Jey Uso.
he said we need help, by the way.
Oh, I thought he said we need him.
But I mean, people are assuming. I bet Jay's gonna
He's
come
definitely
and
gonna,
help
yeah.
them. Probably,
Um,
hopefully, Sammy,
so yeah, with
and then
that,
maybe either Cody or like Hikuleo.
I win the BTR Predictions Championship from Parker. I win by 1 point because of the match between Mark Briscoe and Chris
Go
Jericho.
ahead and brag. Yep, brag about it, fatty.
Yeah, we did the predictions really early, so there was only a few matches we had the predictions for. But yeah, that's why this show was wicked short this week because we only had a couple of matches to do predictions for, and Raw was
Yep.
shorter, and yeah. So, all right, any last words, Parker?
No, not really.
Okay.
No,
Um,
from the screen.